People don't understand
Stacking in my bag. Yeah, stacking in my bag. Got a crypto grind. Currency's flowing, every coin's on my mind. My Coinbase to upper, watch the numbers climb. In this damn fine, feeling so prime. Hustling these protocols, known to the man. Emptying on my radar, I can't understand. Jumping on the wave, watch me move the plan. Holding diamond hands in this crypto land. Got my eyes on the prize, making moves like a king. Every transaction hit a cash registers ring. Ride a blockchain, we won't never be slow. In the world of finance, that's the profit.
if you're holding real world assets, utility assets, you are a bank.
Yeah, of course, we go over the news and stuff, but we just do what feels natural when we be doing our thing.
You gotta get this money on. Loan is on metal pay. What's good? What's good? I was talking to the comments over here on TikTok. Loan is on metal. You gotta get off metal pay. But yeah, y'all, what's good? What's good? So we back with some updates. So of course, we're supposed to sign that executive order to open up that $12.5 trillion 401k market to crypto and private equity access. So that executive order is supposed to be getting signed today. We got some Ripple news. Ripple just acquired Rail for $200 million, expanding leadership in stablecoin payments. So that was a big purchase for Ripple right there.
Right.
That was huge. We're gonna talk about crypto for advisors, the hidden mechanics behind this crypto rally. So we're gonna talk about that. And then we got some Franklin Templeton news in Japan with a ETF play. So we're gonna talk about that as well. We'll actually start off with that Japan news.
Okay.
I feel like they've been talking about Japan a lot. For sure. Appreciate you, Tate. What's good? That intro will never get old. I appreciate you, Northwest. Appreciate you. So yeah, I'm gonna share my screen real quick, and yeah, we'll start off with this Japan news with Franklin Templeton. So I'll let you start off with that one.
So Japan. We was talking about Japan and South Korea yesterday. So Franklin Templeton backs XRP ETF play in Japan with 300 trillion AUM. Right. So let's see what they're talking about. SBI Holdings has submitted applications to Japan's financial service agency for the approval of 2 ETFs tracking Bitcoin and Ethereum. The filings represented the first dual asset spot crypto ETF proposal in the country and arrived shortly after the regulator opened discussions around reclassifying digital assets as the financial instruments under the Financial Instruments and the Exchange Act. That was a tongue twister. So the products detailed in SBI's investors materials on August 1st include crypto asset only ETF comprising of Bitcoin and XRP, as well as blending offering combining digital assets and gold. The former fund would allow for direct allocation to both tokens under a single wrapper. Under the latter proposes exposure to Bitcoin and Ethereum. So basically, they want more people to have exposure to Bitcoin and XRP, capping at 49% with gold compromising the majority. SBI's moves follows the formal joint venture with Franklin Templeton in July. The JV aims to launch a series of digital asset investments vehicles and traditional financial asset management practices into the crypto space. Franklin Templeton, which manages over 300 trillion yuan globally and operates over 100 ETF products, will provide the infrastructure and compliance experience for the product rollout. Per SBI statements, the crypto ETF suite will eventually cover Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, contingent on approval and evolving regulations. We already know it's going to get approved eventually. The regulatory backdrop is undergoing revision. In late June, the FSA published a discussion paper proposing a unified 20% tax on crypto gains and recognizing crypto ETFs as regulated financial products. 20%, that's a lot. That's a whole hell of a lot. The proposed reforms address long-standing deterrents in Japan's crypto market, such as the tax code treatments of crypto gains and miscellaneous income, and the lack of formal recognition for crypto investment products. The policy shift is expected to enable listing crypto ETFs as under existing security laws, pending further legislation review and implementation timetables. So basically, SBI, their ETF initiative aligns with a broader strategic exposure to XRP, right? So they want more exposure to XRP. They already have a shit ton of exposure to XRP because they've been talking about Ripple since like, I don't know, it was like 2017 or 2018. They've been telling you that XRP was going to be the one, right? So they're going to get broader exposure to XRP through this. The firm is one of Ripple's largest outside shareholders and operates remittance corridors across Asia using the token through its SBI Remit subsidiary. So when we talk about remittances, we're talking about, payments from here to there, payments that can get across different borders, right? And that's not going to take that much money, of course, Ripple XRP. Including XRP in a regulated ETF framework could further institutionalize the asset in Japan, a market where it has historically enjoyed favorable treatment, right? So I don't know, for the heavy XRP holders, they may be wanting to, look at Japan for a spot to, coast in, because I'm pretty sure XRP is going to be a main, not only token, just a main asset, just an everyday asset over there, probably going forward in the future, right? The applications arrived during a period during cooling demand for crypto ETFs globally. Spot Bitcoin ETFs recorded over 1 billion in net outflows over the past weekend, while Japan's domestic capital base remains sizable. Questions remain around whether sufficient institutional appetite exists for multi-asset crypto funds. XRP's liquidity is notably thinner than Bitcoin's, raising concerns for market makers tasked with tracking fund NAVs in real time. So they saying the liquidity is thinner. I mean, it's only but so much of it, and you already know all these banks are getting in it, so it is what it is. SBI and Franklin Templeton's have not confirmed the projected timetable for the product launch. While regulatory proposals have been introduced, the final approval process remains subject to parliamentary scheduling and policy finalization, particularly regarding the tax code changes. If successful, Japan will become the first major economy to approve a spot XRP ETF. The FSA is now reviewing ETF filings. Yeah, this is big. The FSA is now reviewing the ETF filings as part of its evolving stance on digital asset oversight. The market is awaiting formal guidance on crypto custody standards, price feed integrity, and potential leverage caps before further products are approved. SBI's ETF proposals may test how quickly Japan's legislative environment can adapt to accommodate institutional crypto demand.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting because, like I told y'all, the institutions, even them in Japan, have to put this XRP on the secondary market. So if we allow Japan to beat us, we putting ourselves in a bad spot because now they can accumulate as much as possible before. That's why we got to get a move on. That's why they don't have time to bullshit. So yeah, that's why I titled the live, is crypto still bullish? Because it's still bullish. When these spot ETFs get approved with XRP, I think that's when we'll see a supply shock because they have to buy on the secondary market. So, if Japan's getting ready to do the same thing, I'm sure they're not the only country. This is about to get crazy. It's about to get cracking out here.
What countries are? Because any country that's around Japan, right, is going to be pretty much doing what they do or trying to do what they do. Ain't Singapore is over there as well, right?
I believe so. And they making moves as well.
Yeah, countries.
Well, yeah, ain't nobody playing. I thought they put the time out for that executive order. They still ain't put no time out for it. Or I haven't seen the time. If y'all have a time, he's supposed to sign that executive order. Let me know in the comments. But
okay, so the countries that's over there by Japan specifically, that's just over there, is Russia, South Korea, North Korea. They all in with Ripple, fam.
It's not gonna be a lot of XRP. if we don't approve those spot ETFs before everybody else do, we're risking not having as much XRP, which ain't gonna happen. It's no way they're not gonna let other countries have more XRP than us. That would be crazy. So yeah, y'all, we gotta keep an eye on that. Shout out to Japan. Japan making some moves over there, so that's gonna be hella interesting. That was a good find, D. Good, that was a good one.
For sure.
All right, so yes, y'all know today Trump is open. It says Trump opens $12.5 trillion 401k market to crypto and private equity access. So this is a big deal. He signed this executive order today, directing federal regulators to ease legal pathways for 401k plans to include private equity, real estate, crypto, and other alternative assets. As Bloomberg reported, the directive tasked the Department of Labor and with re-evaluating of fiduciary guidance under the Employee Retirement Income Security Act and coordinating with the SEC and Treasury Department to enable broader investment access for defined contribution plans. Yeah. Yeah.
And you know how you talk about the 401ks and stuff like that. So now here you go. Crypto and 401ks.
They trying to get them, that this is the wealth transfer because they trying to get them boomers 401ks. That's who got the most. That's who got the most. So it says the move positions approximately $12.5 trillion in U.S. retirement savings as a potential channel for asset managers long restricted from retail allocation pools. While traditional 401k plans remain concentrated in publicly traded equities and bonds, the administrator's directive will mark the most expansive policy shift yet to incorporate alternative assets, including digital currencies, into mainstream retirement products. This is huge. For real. It says the directive builds on a series of measures since early 2025 that have incrementally dismantled prior regulatory blocks. In May, the Labor Department rescinded a 2022 compliance bulletin that had warned fiduciaries against offering crypto in retirement menus without heightened scrutiny. That earlier guidance diverged from ERISA's principles-based approach, applying a more restrictive standard specifically to digital assets. With its removal, fiduciaries are once again directed to evaluate all assets, including crypto, under a consistent prudence standard rather than exceptional caution. In March, Trump signed an executive order creating a strategic Bitcoin reserve and a separate pool of digital assets for national reserves. The White House then hosted Crypto Week, and y'all know what happened with that, signing the Genius Act, the first federal legislation to regulate stablecoins. The administration has also installed venture capitalist David Sachs as crypto and AR czar, further entrenching a policy push that aligns financial innovation through digital assets. So y'all can so we've seen the push. We've been following the push this whole time. So it says, what does allowing crypto and 401k retirement plans mean? Opening 401k plans to digital and private market signals both a market access shift and a broader philosophical reframe, as public company counts have declined to nearly half of their 1996 peak. Private equity, venture capital, and digital assets have grown into foundational elements of capital formation. Institutional investors such as endowments and pension funds have increased exposure to these vehicles, while retail savers remain boxed into more limited instruments. Asset managers facing allocation ceilings with institutional clients see defined contribution plans as the next frontier. They just see green.
Yeah,
I just read all of that when they could have just said we see money. So y'all had to say, gang. It says the latest directive mirrors actions taken during Trump's first term when the Labor Department allowed retirement plan administrators to include private equity and diversify investment options without violating fiduciary duty. That guidance was rolled back under Joe Biden's administration before being reinstated through this new initiative. Per Bloomberg, legal concerns and fear of fiduciary liability had previously deterred plan sponsors from offering illiquid or complex products, but the current policy aims to formalize a framework that reduces perceived compliance risks. How long is this? Sorry. But yeah. This is a big deal. Hold on. Critics argue. I want to get right here to the bottom. So the executive order's effect will depend on forthcoming implementation steps from federal agencies. For now, it establishes a policy marker. and retirement system towards broader exposure to private and digital asset classes, marking another step in the administration's ongoing integration of crypto into national economic infrastructure. So they just want crypto to be mainstream. They want it in every single financial sector. That's the part I was trying to get to. They want it in every single sector. So it's mainstream. It's here. It's not a scam. It's here to stay. They want it in everybody's face. They want you to see it in everything you do. They don't care if you're booking a flight, if you're buying a timeshare, if you're buying a house, if you're redoing your retirement plan. They want you to see crypto is an option. They want it everywhere. It's in your face now. So to sit here, to be sitting around calling it a scam, you're gonna sound like you slow. So y'all might want to slow down on the crypto's a scam talk.
Right.
Might want to slow down on that because you about to sound a little slow.
And they say that look, Blackstone, Apollo, KKR, which have long advocated, for private market access to 401k funds, are positioned to benefit from first movers infrastructure and lobbying investments. So you got all these major companies just waiting on the sideline, like, yo, come on, let's push this through. Let's push this through so we can get paid. Like you said, they see green. They see green.
That's all. They put a whole bunch of fancy ass words in this article just for them basically to say, yeah, we see money.
Yeah.
It's money over here.
That's
and
it.
they don't get into, and then they know about DeFi. They know about the staking. They know how much money this shit is, gang. Like they know what is going on. Like they know. They ain't even, and it's crazy because they're not even going into detail because cryptos are very it's argumentative. Like people can really argue down about it because it's volatile. They're not telling them the whole heart of crypto is DeFi. They're not telling them about staking and all these other options to borrow against it and all of that. Like they ain't going into detail. They just they want people dumbfounded about it. That's why they letting Trump usher it in because they know people ain't gonna look into it. So but yeah, no, that's huge. So we'll see when he signs that executive order. It's supposed to get signed today. It's only 12:29 Eastern Standard Time, so I'm thinking he'll probably sign it in the next few hours. Well, he may sign it this evening, but yeah, it's supposed to get signed today. So we'll keep tabs on that when that's officially signed. But yes, Trump is opening up the $12.5 trillion 401k market to crypto. The bull market ain't really got started. Because that's a lot of money. Because some people, I feel like they want to get in crypto, they just don't want to go through the tax part with the 401k. So they just letting it sit there opposed to just moving some of it over. Some people have, but a lot of people haven't. So now that if they have this crypto option in their retirement accounts, they're more likely to just move it over there because it's just easier. So like, I don't know. I think this is bullish though.
Nah, super. Shout out to Daniel with the super chat. Munyon.
Oh, Munyon.
Word up.
Yeah. No, they see the Munyons. So the next thing we got, I want to go ahead and just get straight into Ripple since we already kind of talking about well, I guess whatever. Either way, it kind of goes together. But Ripple to acquire Rail for $200 million, expanding leadership in stablecoin payments. So this news came out today. So I'm gonna actually just sum it up. Shout out to Mr. Man because I'm gonna read his post because he summed it up so perfectly in his post about what this is. So it just says by acquiring Rail, so that's the name of it, is Rail, RAIL. Ripple is absorbing not just technology but regulatory bandwidth, licensing coverage, and multi-network trust architecture. Ripple's strategic objectives of the acquisition is to scale RLUSD globally. So that is their strategic objective. Is to scale RLUSD globally. Ripple's acquisition positions RLUSD to expand from a U.S. regulated stablecoin into a globally interoperable settlement asset capable of bridging bank-issued stablecoins, operating with the MCBDC corridors, interfacing directly with central bank RTGs and ISO 222 flows, and plug into programmable finance infrastructure. It says through Rail, Ripple can now tokenize fiat from bank balance sheets, execute AMM-based FX swaps using on-ledger and off-ledger collateral, deploy compliance-aware liquidity across networks like XRP, Flare, Firelight, and Axlar, and own the regulatory middleware for stablecoin transfers. They are controlling everything. They have a hand in it all, gang.
I mean, you can't really escape them, fam. You can't really escape them. They doing their thing, fam. They doing their thing across the board.
And they got it. I feel like they got Rail for the low skis, like 200 mil. I feel like Rail could have been like 5, and Ripple was like, "We got 2 for you in cash right here.
We got something for you right now. We got something for you right now."
Yeah. So this was some big news for Ripple today. So this was like the big news because Brad Garlinghouse even tweeted out, no such thing as the August dual drums. At Ripple, we're very excited to share that we're acquiring Rail Financial. Ripple plus Rail together will be the go-to provider of stablecoin payments infrastructure for global financial institutions around the world. So this is why, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna sound like Echo, but this is why you got to know what you holding. Y'all got to remember, they literally acquired this to be the go-to provider for stablecoin payments infrastructure. So that's why when I be telling y'all, when you trying to explain to people what you're investing in, you're investing in the infrastructure of the payment system. That's how the money moves. like this is, bro, like, know what you're holding right now. This is why I'm like, bro, hold your XRP for dear life. Please learn DeFi. Please do not sell these assets, because you're holding gold right now, gang. This is why it's so important to have another strategy other than selling. Like, it's so many other options now.
Yeah. Nah, it's a big deal, fam. It's a big deal. Like, if you don't get on, board with this stuff, I mean, you're gonna. Hey, good luck. Good luck. No, it's not even. I can't even say good luck, fam. Like, I mean, it's gonna be bad because you know what it is. People just expect somebody to save them, or expect, whether it be a politician or anybody to come and just like come in and just be like, all right, nah, you're gonna be good. Like, nah, fam, that's just not how this shit works, fam. That's not how this shit works. So
even Paige said the biggest key used for staking coins is collateral. That's what I'm saying. So that's why, let me read the Ripple Rail Advantage that's on this article right here. The Ripple Rail Advantage. So it's stablecoin on and off ramps and asset flexibility. So they offer comprehensive stablecoin pay-ins and payouts across key corridors, including USD payments, without requiring customers to hold crypto on their balance sheets. Third-party and treasury payments. So offer flexibility to customers, enabling them to manage multiple payment types, including third-party payments on behalf of their customers, as well as internal treasury flows seamlessly through a single platform. Premium digital asset liquidity. So they support payments across a variety of digital assets like RLUSD, XRP, and others, and provide competitive pricing on high-value tickets. High-value tickets. Stable. Okay. So that's another one. So then you got virtual account and collections, enable customers to transact with digital assets without the need to open dedicated crypto bank accounts or wallets on centralized exchanges, lowering barriers to entry and removing operational hurdles. So virtual account and collections, that's a huge one too. Simple integration and always on infrastructure. So connect customers to a global payment network that operates 24/7, 365 through a single API for streamlined onboarding. Enterprise-grade compliance and license, deliver regulated secure payment flows with 60+ licenses that meet the highest standards for financial institutions. Banking partner network, offer a low level of built-in redundancy and reliability through the collective multi-bank partner network, giving clients resilient global coverage. It's on some global shit. It's on a whole nother level, gang.
You said 24/7.
24/7, 365. Simple integration. Don't forget about the virtual account and collectibles, where they said they're going to enable customers to transact with digital assets without the need to open dedicated crypto bank accounts, lowering barriers to entry. So it's going to be so much easier to sign up and get these accounts. You don't got to go through all the operational hurdles. Huge.
Wow.
Game changer. Seamless transition too. Seamless transition.
Wow.
This is a huge acquirement. Like they're suppressing the fuck out of the XRP price. Not saying this should have like moved $1 or nothing, but we definitely should be up past 305. That should have took us to about 370, 380. 370, 380 at least. Good God damn. Y'all just like, nah. 305. 305. Like, golly. So yeah, so shout out to Ripple for spending some money today or yesterday, whenever this deal went through. They, cashed out 200 mil, made some big moves. You know what I mean?
That's huge. That's huge. That's huge.
They controlling every damn thing, gang.
And it just seemed like they just got endless amounts of money, fam. Like they just the well is never dry. I guess, I guess when you got a name like Ripple, it ain't never supposed to dry. It ain't never supposed to dry. Damn.
So yeah, I just got crypto bubbles on the screen right here, just so y'all can see some prices and stuff. But these are just some of the favorites I chose just to show on the live. But yeah, y'all can see XRP right here. It's only at 305. It's only up 2.3% right now off of that very bullish. That was a huge requirement for them, just because of what it's gonna do, like what that does for the company. SHX is also up right now, 6%. Metal is up 7%. But Sui's up right now, 7.7%. Sui sitting at 374. You got XPR up 13% right now. So y'all see XRP moving to. I'm sorry, XPR. XPR moving to XLM and Link. Y'all can see all that right there. So yeah, just to kind of show y'all some price points where we at with it. But yeah, that was pretty much the news for today. Honestly, go
with that one last thing, the WorldCoin joint.
You sent it to me?
Yeah. About the government partnering up with ChatGPT.
Oh yeah. Y'all check this out.
Yeah.
Okay, WorldCoin price. Okay, here we go.
Yeah. So WorldCoin, that's Sam Altman and them, fam. ChatGPT. WorldCoin price tops $1 as Sam Altman offers ChatGPT to the U.S. government. That's the headline. That's the headline they put. I'm just reading it. They said they offer ChatGPT to the U.S. government. So how do they offer it? So WorldCoin rose about 3%, raising a $1 mark and lifting its market cap to $1.7 billion. This was yesterday. The WLD price uptick came shortly after a landmark public-private partnership was announced between the United States General Services Administration, the GSA, and OpenAI, led by WorldCoin, co-founder Sam Altman. Under this new OneGov initiative, that's what they call it, the OneGov initiative, OpenAI will offer ChatGPT enterprises to every federal agency for a nominal fee of $1. So if you work for, any federal agency, you'll be able to get ChatGPT for $1, fam. GSA, this is big. GSA issued a formal press release confirming the partnership, highlighting its alignment with the White House's America's AI Action Plan. And this is what they said, quote, GSA is playing a leading role in the Trump administration's adoption of AI technology by government. Our government's effective use of AI is critical to demonstrating we are the world's AI leader, and we are thankful for OpenAI's partnership. So this is a big move for OpenAI, because seeing that Meta and Mark Zuckerberg and them pretty much are giving out $100 million contracts to anybody that works for OpenAI, they're like, yo, we're going to work with the government, fam. We're going to work directly with the government. Even I know Meta's working with the government too. That neither here nor there, but this is pretty big for them. According to the announcement, the program gives federal agencies universal access to ChatGPT Enterprise for 1 year, plus 60 days of unlimited advanced model usage. Employees will receive tailored training, onboarding, and community support. OpenAI has also pledged to provide educational tools through partner-led learning platforms. They said, Sam Altman said, we are providing ChatGPT access to the entire federal workforce, or whatever's left of it, because I know a lot of people got, laid off, from the federal workforce. Following the announcement, this is why you got to learn AI, fam, because they're integrating it in the government, they're integrating it in school, they're integrating it in healthcare, they're integrating it everywhere. So it's no way you can escape it, fam. Following the announcement, WorldCoin reacted positively with a 3% rally, but failed to break that $1 mark decisively at press time. Amid brief price bounce, WorldCoin's 24-hour trading volume declined. CoinGlass data revealed that 22.3 million drop on Binance, 4 million on OKX, 4.3 million on Bybit, signaling potential liquidity retreat after the rally. However, trading volume on Coinbase increased by 1.6 million during the same period, considering that Coinbase is heavily dominated by United States-based retail and institutional traders. This suggests a stronger intraday response with domestic markets. If optimism spreads to international exchanges in the coming sessions, world coin price could advance substantially above the $1 threshold. So, WorldCoin, fam, WorldCoin. Be careful what you putting in Chat GPT because they're working with the government. That's all I got to say about that. That's what they're saying. It's like, okay, we're providing it for the employees and stuff like that, but they're basically saying like we have a partnership with the United States government. So
yeah,
be careful what you're putting in there now, for real.
Yeah. Because I be having full-blown conversation with that motherfucker. Me and Chat GPT, we be debating and everything. I'd be like, no.
Don't be incriminating yourself. Listen, there's other LLMs out there. You got DeepSeek, you got Google Gemini, you got all these other LLMs. So be careful. Be careful.
I thought they said DeepSeek was spying on you too, though.
They all spying on us. They can keep it 100.
There ain't no way around it. It's no way
around it, but they at least telling you that they're working with the government. DeepSeek is on some, yeah, we over here, but you'll see what we do later on.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, I mean, hey, man, this is the world that we live in, fam. But you're gonna have to understand AI for sure, because now they are ingraining it in the government. They got partnerships with these companies. They're gonna be using this shit every single day.
Yeah.
So stay ahead, fam.
And just to kind of end the live on a positive note as well, I got an article right here it says that crypto for advisors, the hidden mechanics behind this crypto rally. So it's just talking about ETFs, IPOs, and stablecoins are accelerating crypto's flywheel effect. So we're going to talk about what a flywheel effect is and learn how these forces fuel growth and where the slowdown could start. But it just goes into talking about the flywheel. So what is that? Is pretty much probably what everybody's asking. So it says, these days it's become fashionable to describe how crypto is driving a flywheel effect in the market, and that is a reason to be bullish. But what is the flywheel effect exactly? So the term was popularized by Jim Collins in 2001 in his 2001 book, From Good to Great. Collins asked us to imagine someone pushing a giant wheel. With the first push, the wheel budges only slightly, but after hundreds of pushes, it begins to gain momentum. Every new push becomes easier and accelerates the wheel further. Nobody can say for sure which push helped it to achieve that momentum because it is the product of all the small pushes together. The lesson for business leaders is this: do the small stuff right consistently and you'll be rewarded in the long run. Today, the term has evolved into something else. Rather than describing only the impact of sound operational decision-making, flywheel effects now describe how positive feedback loops impact systems like marketplaces and whole industries. So here's some of the ways that dynamic is at play in crypto and public markets. So it just goes in. So it talks about the demand from investors for access to crypto assets, digital assets. Treasury companies like MicroStrategy can issue shares at premium. Their underlying net asset value by Bitcoin and other assets and grow NAV per share. This can drive the underlying asset higher and induce more people to buy shares of their company. Flywheel effects are also seen in ETF markets. The launch of Ether-focused digital asset treasury companies helped accelerate flows into ETFs too. Ether ETFs have seen inflows of more than $6 billion since launching. ETH gained as much as 50% in July and closed the month around 3,800, and the Ether to Bitcoin price ratio broke above a 200-day moving average. And then they talked about stablecoin issuers producing the flywheel effect as well. They use Tether, for example, and they reinvest their enormous profits, which was $4.9 billion last quarter in Bitcoin. So that pushed they admitted that pushing the price higher, increasing increasing the interest in Bitcoin and creating demand for stablecoins like USDT to buy them. So yeah, the flywheel effect is a good thing, pretty much is what they're saying. It's just a pretty positive outlook on crypto. But they just say right here that in the end, The good times can't last forever. Markets are what the fuck is that word, D?
Wait.
Cyclical.
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 Yeah, cyclical.
Okay, cyclical, whatever. And this one will come to an end, but right now the flywheels are in motion. So they basically saying right now in the markets that we're in a flywheel effect. So it just goes from good to great, pretty much. But of course, all good things come to an end. We don't expect to be here forever, but we're gonna enjoy the time that we're gonna be in this flywheel effect. So I just wanted to end on a bullish note to show y'all that, like, listen, they are talking positive about crypto. It's just articles like this go under the radar. No one talks about them. So, but they want everybody to be scared, but they sitting here talking about a flywheel effect. So this is huge.
We talking about them now. We talking about them now.
Yeah. So we're gonna remain bullish. We know it's more to come. We know that they got to get that Clarity Act passed. Hopefully they get it done in September, early October. But yeah, that's just where we at with everything. So this is gonna be a super cycle. I think Jake Claver, I think he even tweeted, because I tweeted him back when he tweeted earlier. Let me pull it up right here.
Shout out to Damien for the super chat. Thank you both for your time and value. Thank you for being here, for sure.
Appreciate y'all. Jake Claver, he said, if you're still planning for 4-year cycles, you might be in for a surprise. Old charts don't help when utility gets scale. We have not been here before. Nothing against you, the chart people, but we have not been here before. We have not seen a utility cycle. You have no charts to go off of to predict this run that we get ready to go on in crypto. Okay.
You ain't got no data. You ain't got no data.
You got no data. You ain't never seen this before. You ain't never seen this. So, man, I don't know how long it's gonna last. Like they said at the end of the article, basically all good things come to an end. But man, this is like basically being in the companies that we know that are well known now, getting into them early. This is like, like I think someone said earlier, investing in MasterCard and Visa and Stripe and all these companies early on before they blew up. That's what essentially what that. But I think it's gonna be a even bigger boom than that, for real. That's yes. Right. Yeah, Paige said, saw that response as this is uncharted waters. Yeah, this is uncharted. Who I'm telling you. So yeah, just brace yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Kill, like I tell y'all all the time, silence the noise, keep the tunnel vision. Cause the sky's the limit. If you've been holding, you might as well keep holding on. Cause I'll be damned if I miss this boom.
Mm-hmm. Hey, got the money gun.
Yeah, good thing. Yeah, somebody said good things haven't started yet. Yeah, I don't think we ain't seen nothing yet, for real. I'm gonna say we starting to see something if Ethereum go to $8,000. Like, I'm waiting on that run. These little few $100 gains ain't shit. Even XRP going to 3, wherever it went to, that won't nothing. That's nothing. Like, yeah.
Hey, appreciate it.
Appreciate everybody. That was pretty much all the updates we had right now. So we'll see. I did see the little rumor going around about the Ripple case. Y'all know how that go. I know it's Thursday. Like I tell y'all all the time, do not hold y'all breath waiting on the SEC. So we're gonna see. But yeah,
going around at some point.
Yeah, we do got a class tomorrow with Aquaman. We're gonna be talking about nodes. He's gonna give y'all the game on Metal. I think that's a great opportunity. If anybody has done their due diligence and did a deep dive on Metal blockchain, then having a node would be crazy to have a node with Metal. So he's gonna go over that, and he's gonna be talking about his node, showing people some stuff, giving people out some information. So if you want to get in that node class, the link is in the description. So I figured that out too. Shout out to Swizz. But yeah, everything's in the description. So if you want to get in the Telegram, the link is in the description. Just tap the link tree. If you want to get in the nodes class, it's in the link tree. That crypto banking class we did. I'm sorry, that DeFi banking class we did, digital assets. That's in there too. All that's in there.
Mm-hmm. It's all in there.
Wow. Yeah. All right, y'all. So yeah, that's pretty much all we had for today. We'll see y'all next time. We got some more updates. Other than that, silence the noise. All right. Getting there. All right, y'all.
Kween and Dean, we're building things in this crypto world. Nothing's that fine.
Get in blockchain now. Stop listening to the media. Stop listening to all the naysayers and all the doubters. Those are the same people that told people that the internet was just a phase. And now look at the world. Can't operate without the internet.
Listen, real quick, don't disrespect yourself and look these up. Right now. You won't regret it. Things are happening. Look these up. Right now.
So clean indeed, dropping crypto gems. It's like they got the vision, seeing future trends. So I with the moves before the crowd reacts. First to make connections, no room for the hacks. No speculation, just straight facts in and flow. Navigating this market, watching profits roll. From Bitcoin to altcoins, they know the game. In the world of finance, the change in the frame. Queen's got the insight, D's got the voice. Together they rise, man, and make the right choice. Educating the masses, bring it back to the dark. In the script, the revolution, they igniting the spark. So if you wanna roll, you better tune in tight. Queen and D on the mic, bringing truth to light. In every podcast episode, they set with pace in the hustle at the block to their light. So free.
Shit going crazy right now. Let me just go ahead and share my screen. So yes, the House passed the Genius Act in a 307-122 vote. Shout out to Congress who was tired of stifling innovation and got this done.